Welcome to Brothers Brewing, engineers talking about beers.
Have you ever wondered what a strawberry milkshake IPA with chocolate would taste like? Today we're going to find out. So like we said in the intro, today we're covering Weldwerks. If it'll focus. Focus. Yes, focus. All right. This is a strawberry or chocolate covered strawberry milkshake IPA. That's a mouthful. And now for the ingredient list. Another mouthful. It's over 1,000 pounds of strawberry puree, milk chocolate, vanilla, milk sugar, and mosaic and Azaka hops. Tell me about that.
Well, so I'll say that Weldwerks is out of Greeley, Colorado, and they're talking about trying to put a tap house down in Colorado Springs. So we're really looking forward to that because, as you can tell, we've done a couple of their beers here on our channel, and I think based on the local liquor stores, we're probably going to do a couple more on this channel. Mm-hmm. With the strawberries, you know, typically, like I like to think of berries as something more like tangy, I guess you could say, right? Where we usually do our wild berry saison, we're doing strawberries, but we also do raspberries and blackberries and blueberries.
Can bring a tangy brightness to
right
beer.
And color, I think. Mm-hmm. And strawberries, they're not quite as tangy in some cases, I think. They tend to be a little sweeter. Mm-hmm. And so, obviously, everybody loves chocolate-covered cherries or strawberries or whatnot, right? But chocolate adds deliciousness. In this case, I was hoping it'd add a little more sweetness to the New England style, the hazy style that Weldwerks is used to.
Well, let's bring out the beers and taste them.
Cody, quit sticking it in your face. So, as you can see, it's kind of hazy, which is that traditional New England style that Weldwerks is really known for. Juicy characteristics. Their only real flagship beer is Juicy Bits, which is an orange can. Tastes kind of like a orange, well, the orange, right? Juicy Bits of an orange.
Tastes like sweet orange juice with beer. It's very good. Very good. If you get a chance, get that one. I'm going to say right now, you can already smell the strawberry. Like, I brought it closer, but even before I brought it closer to my nose, you could really, really smell the strawberry. It just kind of permeates the air around it.
The good like color lacing on the glass itself, right? So there's good proteins in that the head itself. The head's not actually very small bubbles, like it's like probably medium-sized bubbles, a little rocky. Yeah, rocky to it. So that's what they're talking about on that aspect of it. Like the hazy, actually, you know, for strawberry and chocolate being in the ingredients list, I was hoping
very light. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping for something more red,
maybe a hint of brown, but you know. It is what it is. You know?
Right. So very much two-style, good white lacing to that. What else are you picking up in the aroma?
Mostly just strong strawberries. You can get a little bit of the milk sugar. You know, there's like a hint of sweetness in the background that doesn't... There's a hint of sweetness that's not the strawberry sweetness. You can really smell the tangy part of a strawberry here. It's not the sweet part. You can smell the tanginess. You can almost smell the little seeds on the outside of the strawberry. Whenever I smell it, that's what I'm thinking about. The little roughness and the bits of hairs on the edge of the strawberry.
So when you said milk sugar, right? What is that's like the lactose, right?
Yeah, that's the lactose. That adds a little bit of body and a little bit of sweetness to your beer. And the yeast can't dissolve it, so you don't have to worry about it going away. You know, when you add regular sugar, it could add sweetness or it could just add alcohol because the yeast will turn it all into alcohol and then you're done. Lactose doesn't get turned into alcohol, so it always stays there. So however much you put in is however much is going to end up in your beer at the end. So it's a really consistent, easy way to add more sweetness and more body to a beer.
Just don't drink it if you're lactose intolerant.
Well, let's take a first sip.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So what do you got?
It's very good. You got the tanginess from the strawberry definitely comes through. It's not super tangy, you know, like you're saying, strawberries aren't really, really acidic, but you can definitely get a little bit of bright acidity from the strawberry. You can taste, you get an aftertaste of the hoppiness. It's actually kind of nice. It's not as sweet. The sweet doesn't stick around too long. It's sweet up front. It's got a good body, but it doesn't just sit on your tongue. You're not just stuck tasting sweet. It dries out a little bit. You got a hint of the hops. Kind of makes you want to take another sip.
I agree. It does dry out on the palate, on your tongue, and then the mouth. Once you've finished, you've swallowed. It very much is like a drying sensation where I want to go back. And I think if I'm thinking about chocolate, like Baker's chocolate, the bitterness and the kind of robust behind that, while I don't taste much chocolate, as in like that sweet Hershey's milk chocolate or something like that, this is, I would say, more towards some of that dark, rich Baker's chocolate, where it's real dry and it's bitter, but you get that rich cocoa nib, kind of cocoa flavor in the back of the palate. It's very much not up front, and I think that's what's giving us that drying sensation, I think, when you're taking a sip of that.
Could be. I'm not really tasting. Maybe. There's a hint of chocolate in the aftertaste. It's very, very slight.
I'm not saying it tastes like it is the mouthfeel. Let me see. I think it's the mouthfeel that is the chocolate aspect.
Chocolate.
Yeah, implies.
I think
it's like a suggestion of chocolate.
Okay. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing much chocolate flavor at all. I think if they didn't say there was chocolate in it in the ingredient list, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't notice it at all. The strawberries, very clear. Mm-hmm. The hoppiness is very clear. The lactose, you can really feel that creamy, smooth texture across your tongue, and that hint of sweetness. Mm-hmm. That comes out really well. So if you just told me this is a strawberry milkshake IPA, spot on. Mm-hmm. You got all the strawberry milkshake you could want. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's strawberry, it's got a hint of tanginess, it's got the sweetness.
I agree. I like the sweet. It balances out really well with that IPA flavor. Obviously, Weldwerks putting it down again, right? In the sense that they really understand the craft of the New England style.
This is their go-to. Yeah, they do it well every time.
Yeah, the flavors that come in through it. I mean, it's just a phenomenal blend for it. I would say it's probably not as good as some of the ones that we've had because of the chocolate kind of missing the mark there. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more, but the strawberries mixed with that nice, rich New England style IPA, they tend to hint towards more of like that juicy orange flavor. So you get this burst of fruit kind of blast, the juiciness, right? Like Starburst, right?
Yeah, you can definitely taste the juiciness. It is. Juicy is the right word for this in every way.
Oh, yeah.
It's juicy, it's sweet, it's got that creaminess.
Excellent beer. Weldwerks has done better. I only denote this one down a little bit because of the chocolate miss. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, like you said, strawberry, milkshake IPA.
You can see how much I have left. Right. It is clearly, it's just terrible. It's undrinkable. Give me all of it.
Take the glass out of your face, man. Off to the side, right over here. There it is. Sure.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Yeah. So overall impression / final thoughts.
So what's your overall? What do you think? What's the final verdict of this beer? What do you got?
All right. So out of what do we traditionally do? Out of 10, right? Is what we've been doing right there. I would say this is a solid 8 in my book.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. I would give it an 8, 7 to 8, because they said milk chocolate on the can. It says milk chocolate covered strawberry. You don't really get the milk.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. The camera ended. We ran out of battery. I think we're still rolling. Yeah, so we're back up and rolling now, and everything's going. So we're going to finish up our closing statements here. Right, this has been quite a learning curve. So I'll take this as a closing remarks, or maybe ending closing after the outro or something. Thank you for sticking with us. I realize that the videos have been all over the place. It has been a learning curve and a half. We've been buying up all sorts of video equipment, different lighting, different cameras. We're trying to get some good audio on here. I'm playing around with background sounds and whatnot. So if you have some comments or concerns, go ahead and hit us up on ways to improve. If you want to buy us some more camera equipment, please go ahead and do so and send that to us. That would be great. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next video, and hopefully it's very similar to this one. We're going to start trying to rack up a backlog so that we're more consistent in our deliveries of the videos. At least that's the hope anyways, right? So,
this has been Engineers talking about beers.
Cheers.